Hey everybody, welcome to Spice Ferret. This is my channel. My name is Tyler, and today I'm going to walk you through some concepts in binary. This video, I'm going to take the same setup we had. I added an extra LED and an extra switch here. What that's going to allow us to do is add another bit into the system. We've got to expand our half adder, which is on the board, to a full adder. And that's what we're going to be covering in this video. So stay tuned, you won't regret it. Meet me over at the computer and we'll go over the code. Alright you guys, I've got power hooked up to the board through the serial port, just to demonstrate that nothing has actually changed except for the fact that I added this one LED here. This has no effect. But it still works the same way as it did before, where if we add one bit, dang that is bright. Here, I'm going to do it from this angle. Add one, you get one out. Add one, you still get one out. You add both of them, and the 2's position lights up. So that means we have 2. We'd read that in binary as a 1, 0. Welcome to the computer. I pulled up this image on Google, and this is our full adder, and I really like this image. I'm noticing these are in like little blocks, and those are 2 half adders. So that's what we covered in the last video. I figured since we're using the same logic twice, why don't we just put this into a function and then call the function? So that's what we're going to do. The first thing that we need to change is we need to add our new pin into the mix. I attached CN to pin 53. So that's that right there. These little comments. So we know which pin is what. And these are our outputs. And we need to specify the pin mode for CN. So that's in pin 2, and we're going to label it as an input. So now the Arduino knows that it is an input. What we're going to do is we're going to read in CN, which is in pin 2. And now we're going to do our function, which is going to return a type boolean, and we're going to call it half adder. And it's going to accept 2 booleans, and we will call those x and y. We'll have a boolean, we're going to call this sum, is going to equal XOR gate of our input, and we're also going to have a carry, and that's going to be the AND gate of the inputs. And then what's really cool about this, we can just return the sum and the carry. So this function is going to return 2 values. And as long as we don't mix up the order, we should be fine. Let's define S1. And we know that, well actually we can define S1 and C1 at the same time. We know that the half adder is going to put these 2 values out. So let's just define a boolean of S1 and a boolean of C1 and have that equal our half adder of our input, which is A and B, of S and a boolean of C2. We're going to equal that to our second half adder, but our inputs are different from before. The inputs here are Cn and S1. You see right there, Cn and S1 feeding into the second half adder. The last thing we got to do is we got to make sure that boolean of C out is the OR gate of C1 and C2. So real simply, we'll just write out OR, and we'll do C1 and C2. And then look at that, we're already outputting those values to the output pins. Now let's go ahead and do a verify real quick, make sure I didn't make any errors. Looks like the error is coming from this right here. Since we already have a boolean here, we actually don't need to declare this a second time. That's me being extra. So let's verify it now and see if it works. Yeah, that's it. Alright guys, we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and test it out. What we'll do is we'll start by pushing A. Alright, we get a 1 on the output. Push B, we also get a 1 on the output. We push C, we also get a 1 on the output. If we push any two of them at the same time, we get a 2, a 1, 0 on the output. And if we push all three of them at the same time, we get a 1, 1 on the output. And that's 3. So this is functioning properly. Alright you guys, that's the whole video. So today we talked about the full adder, showed you a diagram for that. We programmed a full adder in the Arduino code and then uploaded it to the board, and then we tested it out and it worked. That's it for today's video. Hopefully it was short, sweet, and not confusing at all. If you guys have any questions or comments, you guys know where to leave them. Also, if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.